Before iTunes, it was a unique experience to tape your favorite song off the radio, hit record and play at the same time, and pray that the DJ didn't speak over the top. On the bottom of that tape, in your nicest handwriting, you would address the girl that you loved and write Slow Jams Volume 1. Unlike Jamie Foxx says, it wasn't simple, it wasn't easy, but it was cool. Run that intro. What's up, gang, and welcome to Inspired By, a series where we look at the musical trends past and present so that we can understand the techniques used so that you can make better music. If you're new to the series, I'm Will and I make a plethora of music under the moniker Hush Child. Let me start by asking you guys a quick question. I recently quit my job of 10 years teaching music at college level to pursue a career in streaming. Now, we've seen this time and time again, but often in my experience, we're watching channels that maybe have 1 or 2 million or even 50,000 followers and explaining how they monetize their channel and why they quit their job to pursue this. I haven't often seen a YouTuber who's quit their job before they can monetize their channel. Is this something that you'd like to see? I'm thinking of switching my schedule from 1 video per week to 2, with the end of the week having a vlog style video where I'll answer some of your questions and show you guys an insight to my daily freelance routine. So I took to Instagram this week and asked you guys what you'd like to see in a tutorial, and I got a lot of good responses, and one of them really took me back. User @MartinDines said slow jams, and it took me back to a time when skits were about apologizing for breaking someone's heart and choruses were descriptive essays of which uglies you were going to bump and grind first. Today, I want to take inspiration from the slow jams of the 90s and the early 2000s. Now, of course, this is inspired by, so I'm not going to try and recreate these songs, but I am going to try and recreate some of the sounds of Jodeci, Drew Hill, Tamir, Genuine, and the greats of the romantic era. Let's get inspired and let's learn something. Jumping into this session today, I had to have some help from Jeff Schneider's channel. So this is what we've got so far to start us off. So we're in the key of B flat major. So to start things off there, we've got a B flat major 7th chord, followed by our F major 9 over A chord. Lovely D minor 11 chord here. This huge chord here is a G minor 11 over F. And put the F underneath. Our 5th chord here, we've got an E minor 9 flat 5. Some uncertainty there. Going into our 6th chord, A13 flat 9. Feel like Rick Beato going through these chords. And then coming into the end, we've got a D minor 11 again. E flat add 9 over G, and then we've got our F add 9 over A. All together. Lovely. So we might play around with the tempo a little bit, but that's what I've got so far. I'm going to double this up, and then what I'm going to do is one I've just prepared earlier. I've just rolled these notes a little bit so we can have like a nice little pause, maybe a drum fill. And then what we can do is roll onto our notes and into the chord again. So the end of the sequence would sound like this. I think it's just really nice to have those little pauses in the music as well to keep the listener guessing. So what I'm going to do straight off the bat is just put this track onto a new channel and add an EQ. This one's going to have a little bit more reverb. It's not going to be quite as hard. I'm just using the Ableton grand piano. It's not going to be quite as bright. And I'm just going to record in this little low pass frequency just for a little bit of a skit, a little bit of an intro to our slow jam. That'll do, and then we can ramp the rest up. Might not ramp it Whoopsie daisy. We might not ramp it all the way. Get rid of that. Let's keep it low. Yeah. And that's when we'll drop into the song. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just move this down to here. We'll come back to working on our intro. Let's work on the meat and potatoes of what's going to be probably like the chorus to our song. Okay, so let's just get a kick snare pattern because I just want to see where the beat sits before I start adding anything else. I'm going to use something like that, something that's not too aggressive, sounds more like an 808. Remember that Ableton often fades in your sample at the beginning. I like this function on, you can turn it off, but it does mean that you need to remember to take the fade off of your kick drum. Otherwise they're going to sound a little bit ghostly. Yeah, I like that. I'm just going to turn it down. Going to bounce these guys in place, so we're going to press Command J and consolidate them, and then what I'm going to do is go to warp forward transients inside beats, and just make them more clicky. Takes off some of the tone, some of the tail of that transient. I like that. So move that one up here, and then what we'll do is we'll just add a sine so we can have a little bass in here as well. So just with operator, we're actually going to make this really, really easy on ourselves. Copy down the piano, and we're just going to take the bottom notes that appear here and use that for the bass. If I'm in the studio with an artist, I don't want to waste their time, so I tend to use this trick even if I'm going to maybe change the bass a little bit later. And therefore we can just get to making the track. We have the texture, the timbre of the track already down. And then I can tweak the bass in my own time. Perfect, that works already. That's great. I know that there's definitely going to be like a mellotron kind of sound. Let's look in, actually Serum will do the job nicely. You know? All right, so that's going to be our lead line. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's going to be a lot of that. We'll come back to, I think we'll come back to the lead line because we could be there for a long, long time. Let's have a shaker. The shaker's normally in the... Right, so if I wanted a xylophone, I'd be fine. See, it might not be a shaker, it might be a cabassa. Does anybody ever think of that? Decap again with the cabassa. Decap, I see you looking at my stuff on Instagram. Thank you for coming through with the cabassa there. That's what I want. Once again, what we're going to do is warp beats forward transient, and it'll be a little bit more subtle. That's the one. Let's add some reverb to that snare. I'm gonna have to EQ that hat down a little bit. Yeah, I really like that. I think that's cool. And we'll have that time and time again. Yeah. We need an open hat. This one's great. So that's going to mix with this hat here. Yeah, that's great. Just want it a little bit longer. And we'll have that one on the last one there. I'm going to leave the hi-hat out on this one. Leave that out. I like it. It's got kind of a natural feel, like it's imperfect. All right, so far, if we take out the keys, this is our percussion section. I think we could probably add a fill here. So normally what we would find in a slow jam song of the 90s is some kind of guitar. I think we'll end up using this first one because it's going to be in key. There's some bits I like, some bits I don't like, which is fine. These chords aren't so bad. Yeah, that's not too bad, because the focal point isn't the guitar here. It's always going to be the vocals. So I think what we need though is another shaker. Just another shaker. We can probably slow that down. I think we need some strings. That's the loop. That's lovely. That's a lovely string line. For good measure, we'll maybe add one more set of strings, or maybe the woodwind ensemble might be quite nice. I think we could do without this note here, and we can just have the A. I'm not loving what's going on with the horns and the strings, so I think I'm just going to change that to a more simple melody. See if that works with the main keys that we've got going on there as well. That's much nicer. Sometimes we make mistakes, and that's the beautiful thing about working in a DAW. You're just free to experiment and make mistakes and then hear it again and go back and edit it. So very quickly, I'm already happy with that track. We've kind of got the main layer and what sounds to be the chorus of our track. As always, I'm going to speed this up and you'll hear what the finished mix sounds like. I think I'm just going to add some little changes to the introduction and stagger our verse chorus section a little bit. Let's get to finishing this track and I'll see you guys at the end. If you're enjoying what you've seen so far, guys, please like and subscribe. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. It really does help me out and I'd love to see this community grow. So guys, that's how I reimagined a slow jams track if it was made today. Obviously, I've kept some of the things the same and I've changed some things as well. Of course, I created this slow jam track without any vocals. So I'm actually gonna leave a link to that track below in the description. And if there's any vocalists out there, feel free to jump on it, add it to the Discord, and I might include it in a future video. Let me know what you thought of the track, guys. What did you like and what didn't you like? And what would you like to see in a future video? For now, I will see you guys next time.